Hi, I'm CeCee Torres for IdeateTV here at the Los Angeles Times Festival of Books, and I'm with the author of Where Did Mimi Go?, Laura Mariani. Hi, Laura.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So tell us about your book.
Sure. My book was written about my mom, Ruth Ann, also known as Mimi. She was this amazing person, and unfortunately my children were not old enough to get to know her. So the book was written to honor her and find ways that I could share with my children just exactly how they are just like her in their eyes, their smile, their hair, their giggle. And so it's a way to celebrate the loss of someone in a positive way.
What an amazing story. As someone who's lost a parent recently, it caught my eye because how do you explain that to children? And I know it's a tough subject to talk about.
It is a tough subject because usually it can sadness and a little bit dark and can be scary for children. This is a positive, simple way in simple terms to celebrate those and in a happy way. We need to remember that they were a part of their life, but even though she couldn't be there with them, it creates a way for me to share with my children, and then I think it helps other families.
Yeah, well, it's a great story that you were able to put together. What did your children think when they were able to read it?
It's funny. They keep telling me, Mom, you wrote this book, we're famous, we're on the cover, and they've enjoyed it, and I try and keep my mom alive with them, and this book has really shown me that she really is a part of their life, even though she's not here. But I look at my children, and in my daughter's hair I can see my mom, in my son's eyes I can see my mom. So it really has just been a good culmination of me sharing with others, although you lose someone, they're still with you.
Yes, it's very touching. And not to give too much away, what are some of the elements that were touched upon in the book?
I think really sharing about my children's personalities, who they are, is a lot like her. My youngest, Ty, he's a little, spunky one, just like my mom. My middle daughter, Mia, she is just as sweet as my mom. And my oldest son, Miles, he just really exudes this sincerity that my mom had. And so each page kind of shares a little touching moment about each of them.
Yeah, so it's great that you're able to keep her memory alive and an actual physical print of it. What was it like to see your book come to life?
It was kind of wild. I just decided, I'm going to do this. And then when it came in the mail, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a published author. And it's kind of an achievement, when you put an idea and you have this idea and then suddenly you're like, oh my goodness, it's here. And so every time I read through the pages, my husband and I were just laughing because I'm like, it gets better and better every time I read it.
It is a big achievement because so many people want to publish their books and they don't know where to start or they're scared. What advice would you give to aspiring authors?
I would say, if you have an idea, just keep at it. It definitely, it becomes at times you just kind of want to give up. But I think if you were able to just each moment you have, put it on paper, put your ideas. When I wrote the book, I actually talked into my phone and recorded myself.
That's some good advice.
Yeah. If you have an idea, just don't hesitate to share it with yourself. Keep it going, because you can hit these roadblocks and be like, I don't want to finish this. But if you keep going with it, it really comes together.
Yes. Well, it's great advice. Yes. Where can people find the book if they want to pick up Where Did Mimi Go?
Where Did Mimi Go is sold online on Amazon. It's sold on Barnes & Noble. It's sold on my publishing site, Archway Publishing. You can follow me on Instagram at Where Did Mimi Go, and follow along with where we're going and what we're doing.
And for one more time, for a synopsis, for people that are, what is this book about? What would you tell them? For kids that want to know, what is this book about?
For kids, I would say it is a book about losing someone that's special to you, whether it's a Mimi, a grandma, a nana, someone important in your life. And it's about remembering them. And when you look in the mirror, who do you see? You have moments, you have characteristics of who they are. And that is pretty much the book.
Well, thank you for sharing that message. It's a great message. Anywhere else people can find you, social media that you want to promote?
Yeah, social media, Instagram is Where Did Mimi Go? That's my kind of Instagram handle, and you can find me there.
Easy to remember because it's also the title of the book.
And we have a website, wheredidmimigo.com. Yes.
So you can look it up. Anything else you're working on in the future?
I have some ideas, but nothing. There's a book, maybe What Would Mimi Do? About kind of who my mom was, her personality, and maybe sharing that in the future.
Well, good luck with that. I hope it manifests and we can see that in your next work. See that published again. And do you happen to have a favorite author?
favorite author.
You can say your own book if you want to.
I love a book series called Where the Bear Snores On. It's a great series of books where the bear finds a new friend, bear feels sick. That was kind of my book I shared with my kids when they were growing up.
Okay, that's a good one. I hadn't heard of that one before. Well, thank you so much, Laura. It's a pleasure meeting you and hearing all about your book, Where Did Mimi Go? And here for IdeateTV, I'm CeCee Torres at the Los Angeles Times Festival of Books. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us for more.